Hey guys, this is Tom from Numbers Game Lifestyle, and today we're going to be talking about how to invite women back to your place and have the highest odds of success in that they say yes. First of all, I'll tell you what I do, how I structure my dates to have a very high probability that women say yes to coming back to my place. First of all, I will normally have a date that's fairly close to my place, within walking distance. We will meet at a coffee shop. We will meet at a grocery store. We will meet at anything that's close by. There's a bar, there's stuff that's close by. I can meet anywhere, and I normally take her. Sometimes I'll grab a coffee, sometimes I won't. I'll just take her, and we will take a walk. We will take a walk down the street, and I will find a nice secluded spot for me and her to sit down, and then I will dive deep and ask her questions to really find out what this chick is about and get to know her. And while I'm doing this, I'm touching her. I'm making her more comfortable with me. That, the more comfortable she is with you, the higher the probability that she will say yes to coming back home with you. Now, another thing that I do is I do not wait till the end of the date, like most guys do, to invite a woman back to my place. I do it, 15 minutes, half an hour into the date, just when things are starting to hum. We're really starting to get to know each other. We're really starting to make a connection. And then I will say, man, it's getting really cold out here. Let's go back to my place and we'll make some hot chocolate and we'll watch the show that you really like, the one on Netflix or the one on YouTube or the new movie that came out that we both want to watch. Okay? While I'm talking to her during that 15 minutes to half an hour, I'm finding out what she likes to watch. What does she like to watch on YouTube? What does she like to watch on Netflix? Is there any movies that she's seen that she really wants to see? So it basically seeds the date. Like, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to my place. We're going to warm up, kick back and relax and watch those shows. Now, if you get any kind of pushback, being like, whoa, it's really early for this. Like, I don't know if I'm comfortable. This is when you address the problem. Okay, you'd be like, what exactly are you worried about? Are you worried? They'll be like usually kind of hesitant to say it, but they'll be like, I don't know, it just seems really early. I'd be like, okay, are you worried that, I'm going to make a move on you and you're not going to be ready for it? You're not going to be comfortable with it? Is that what you're worried about? And they'll usually say something like, yeah, I guess it's happened to me before, or I'm just not comfortable, in which case you have to address this head on. Just be like, look, you know where I live, right? You're going to take a picture of my address so you know exactly where I live, and you're going to send it to whoever you trust to protect you, your parents, wherever. And if anything bad were to happen to you, I would be completely screwed. There's no way I can hide it. There's no way I can run away from it. You know where I live. You know who I am. So, yes, let's get that right off the table, that nothing bad is going to happen to you. Now, if you're just worried about being uncomfortable, realize that I have zero expectations with you coming home with me. I am not expecting you to put out. I am not expecting you to hook up with me. Absolutely not. I could care less. All I want to do is for both of us to be comfortable. Okay? It's going to be way more comfortable, way more relaxing to be chilling at my place than it is in this dingy coffee shop or this dingy bar or this dingy whatever. Okay? Again, you do not want to over-explain this. Okay? It's very like, why? Oh, it's just way more comfortable at my place, and I have zero expectations. If you want to come to my place, do not expect anything to happen. Okay? Absolutely nothing will happen. You're not going to be uncomfortable, and you know exactly where I live, so if anything were to happen that makes you uncomfortable, I will be completely screwed. Okay? You address all the concerns right off the bat. In which case, she's going to be like, okay, I guess there's really nothing for me to worry about. Because there isn't. Okay? The only time women have to worry is when a man lives in scarcity and he finally gets a woman back to his place and he doesn't let her leave. He can sense that she's uncomfortable, but he's so desperate to get laid that he gets emotional. He can get aggressive. Okay, you're not going to be that guy. You're going to be like, oh, you want to leave? Not a problem. There's a door. I'll walk you to the door. I'll hug you goodbye. No big deal. Okay? I haven't had any kind of problems with this. Okay, and then how about Other ways of inviting women back to your place. There is inviting women back while you are, wherever, whatever it is you're doing. I go, man, I'm getting really hungry. Let's go back to my place. I make a killer, honey garlic chicken or honey garlic beef. It's amazing. Okay, either go to the grocery store, pick up all the stuff, and while you're at the grocery store, you can fool around. You can grab bananas and poke her with her, grab a zucchini and poke it with her, poke her with it. You're just going to play around. Make her comfortable. This is all fun and games, okay? You are here to have fun. Same thing if you live next to a Walmart or one of those big kind of malls. You can go down the toy alley, grab some plastic swords and have a duel with her. Poke her in the bum. Take her down the girl section and be like, I bet you were a Barbie girl. You were all about Barbies. I bet you have tons of these at home. And she'll be like, no, I was more into these things. And she'll show you down the aisle, go down memory lane and be like, this is what I really loved. And you get to know her. You get to know what she was like as a child. You take her back down memory lane so she feels like a little kid again. This is fun and it rarely happens. And women love this. In which case, after you're done fooling around in the toy alley, you can grab all the food, go back to your place, make a good meal, sit back and watch the shows that you had on, that she really likes, that you hinted at, or the new movie that just came out. And you hop on your bed, you hop on your couch, and you both cuddle. And your hands start touching her legs. They start squeezing her legs. You start moving your hands up and down her legs. And one thing leads to another. And suddenly your hand is in between her legs and she's soaking wet, ready to be intimate with you. Okay, this is how one thing leads to another, and suddenly, clothes are coming off, she's super hot and horny and ready for you to penetrate her, essentially. Okay, and this is the ideal seduction, is when a woman doesn't have to think about anything. She just goes with the flow. She just goes with what feels good and what feels right. And that is when you've done a damn good job, is when she never had to guess, is this guy good enough? Or, I don't know about this guy, it's too early. No, you just sweep her right off her feet. It's like a fairy tale straight out of a movie. The first time she meets a guy and he's just made her feel so comfortable, made her feel so connected, and made her feel so aroused that now was the time. The first date, within, an hour, things are heating up, and she's, being intimate with a guy. This is how it works. And she will say, I don't know what happened. Just one thing led to another, and suddenly, we were in bed together. That is how this works. And if you ever get any kind of pushback of a woman not feeling comfortable, of course, you put on the reins, you back away. If she wants to leave, you let her. If she feels uncomfortable, no problem. Hands are off. Let's just watch the movie and chill. And then maybe you try again. See what happens. Do things start heating up after that? Okay? Or is she still uncomfortable? Again, you have to look at her body language to tease out, how she's feeling. But again, by this point, if you've done the date process, effective enough, you've cooked together, you've touched her, you've made her feel super comfortable. If a woman is comfortable with you, she's comfortable enough to be aroused by you in this intimate environment where no one else can see. Okay, so there is a million different ways you can go about doing this, inviting women home. I tend to use the whole I'm hungry, let's go back to my place and make food. And it's kind of a hangout date. It's kind of a, part of the date is just hanging back at my place, making food, watching a movie, sitting, chilling. And one thing leads to another once we're on the bed together or on the couch together, and suddenly we're intimate. Okay, that's how it works. And a woman's just man, you have done this before. Okay, because I feel I didn't have to make any kind of decision. It just went with the flow. I just went with what felt good. And I didn't have to second guess myself. Okay? So maybe you've got other options. Maybe you have a pool table at your place. Hey, we can shoot some pool at my place. Grab some drinks. Shoot some pool. Okay? There's so many different ways. If you ever get kind of apprehensive pushback, be like, look, nothing's going to happen here. There is zero expectations on my end. If you want to come to my place and you're not feeling it and want to leave, totally cool with me. Doesn't hurt my feelings one bit, okay? And that just, it takes all the pressure off. Okay, now there's no pressure. I can go to his house, and if I get scared or get uncomfortable, I'm cool. I can leave. Or if he tries anything, I know where he lives. I can call the police. I can have him arrested, okay, if it ever gets to something like that. Okay, so you address all the concerns. If they pop up, okay, tell me about it. What are you concerned about? Yeah, the ones I use is getting really cold. Let's go back to my place, have some hot chocolate, watch the shows that we watch, or watch the shows that you like. Or it's, go back to my place, we'll make dinner. While we're making dinner, I'll touch her, I will guide her. And so she's completely comfortable with me at this point. I've gotten to know her, she's comfortable with me touching her, and there's all the ingredients for her to be aroused, okay? She's comfortable, she's relaxed, and you're touching her and it's arousing her, okay? She feels connected to you. Anyways, guys, there's a million other ways you can go about doing this, but these are the ones that I typically go for. It all depends on your living situation, what you have at home, what you like to do at home. That's better than the current date that you're doing, okay? That's the keys for this thing, okay? Whatever you invite a girl home, it should be better than what she's currently doing. If you're sitting at a coffee shop, let's go back to my place. Sit back and chill. It's way more comfortable there, and we can watch the shows that you like. Same thing with we're, at a bar or whatever. Like, let's go back to my place. I got drinks at my place. We can sit back, actually lie down, relax, watch the shows that you like. Same thing with grocery store. Okay, we're at the grocery store, make the food, make our own special little meal together. Then we get to sit back and relax, hop on the bed, watch some shows. Everything is just so low pressure and so low key that it's just natural for it to end in intimacy. Anyways, guys, that's the video. If you need help doing this, there's coaching links down below where I guide guys from the beginning all the way to the end, so we can make this whole seduction process as smooth and effortless as possible. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Thank you for watching.